Next one. I am the mother of 2 beautiful children who came into this world as full-spirited souls. Indeed. I want so much to nurture them into being who they really are, yet there's so much resistance between them as individuals, as well as to following the norms in the household. For example, if I allowed them to just be, they would be on technology all day, never clean up after themselves, and eat junk food. Since their other parent no longer lives with us, I'm trying to find peace within myself and show them by example how I center myself through meditation, affirmations, and breath work. My 8 and 11-year-old children think it's stupid. Therefore, we're not living in flow with one another. Now, we want to point some things out to you in terms of this conversation of cause and effect that we've got going here. So, you say there's resistance between them. You give your attention to that, which causes responses and reactions and feelings in you. Feels like if they would behave differently, you would feel differently. But we just want you to focus upon the fact that rather than being in control of what you think, you're observing and you are offering a vibration which is perpetuating more of that. If I allowed them to just be, you say, they would be on technology all day, never clean up after themselves, eat junk food, etc. So expectation's a big part of this, isn't it? So what you're saying is, I've had these experiences, I focused upon them, those are the results I got. It happens enough that I'm just accepting this as the way it goes. And we say, you're causing it to continue. You're causing it to continue because you're not choosing to feel different. And you want to say, it's hard to feel different when the effects keep showing up. And we say, look at this cycle. The cycle is, for most humans, there is an effect that I'm aware of which is causing me to feel this way. And we say, yes, and because you feel that way, you get more of it. At some point, you have to decide that you're going to step in and step up and cause something different. Are you going to be a reactor which perpetuates the cause? I see this and I feel like this, and then I get more of this, and then I feel like this, and then I get more of this, and I feel like this, and I get more of this, and I feel like this. Cause, effect, cause, effect, cause, effect. But what if you decided, what if you accepted that you are the perpetuator of things you do not want by your observation of them? And what if you got out ahead of it? What if you did some pre-paving? What if you decided that how you feel is most important? Since their other parent no longer lives with us, feel some of the cause in that, some of the blame. I'm on my own. I'm trying to find peace within myself and show them by example of how I center through meditation. Yes, you do, dear heart, you do that, and breath work. But you know why your 8-year-old and your 11-year-old thinks that's stupid? Because it's not producing any lasting effects. Because they're in trouble all the time. Because you're hounding them all the time. Because you're worried about them all the time. Because you're harping on what they do. Because you're not down with their technology. Because you're letting the things that they do affect how you feel, and no amount of meditation is going to change that, because meditation is only in the now that you are doing it. When you meditate, cause and effect is in play if you really quiet your mind. Because when you stop thought, you stop the attraction of those things that you do not want. And you have the deliciousness, the nice experience of a quiet mind, or even of a mind that is tuned in with your inner being, so a stream of things that you want begins to flow. But when you come out of meditation, and now you are watching them fight, or watching the mess, or watching them eat junk food. So what are you saying, Abraham? How can I not see what I see? By getting out ahead of it. By acknowledging that they are learning about their cause and effect. They're observing you. They're observing your cause and effect. if you were to make a decision that you're going to meditate for the purpose of alignment, because you understand cause and effect, and you want alignment because you want the effect of that alignment to be obvious to you and to others, and you meditate and you feel better, you'll feel the satisfaction because you intended to meditate and did, and you intended to feel better and you did, and now because you intended to feel better and did, now you still feel better, you still do, you still do, you still do, you still do. Because you're remembering, even though you're not still in meditation, that the reason you meditated was so that you could have deliberate cause and effect. So now, what did you do when you meditated? You withdrew your attention from all thought. So now, because it's easier to teach you to have no thought than to have pure positive thought. So now, you're out of meditation. And you're having a real life in the moment where all of your power is experienced with your children. And what are they doing? They have resistance between them. Let's say they're squabbling or fighting. So what do? Do you look at it? Or do you do what you do in meditation? Do you calibrate to something that feels better? Do you acknowledge this is them finding their way? This is them calibrating. This is them having a step one moment. You focus in a way that allows you to stay connected to who you are. Now, what's the effect of that cause? Now your children begin to witness you actually getting beneficial effects from the cause of your meditation. But until you are demonstrating positive, good feeling effects, then they don't know why you do it. It's just a period in time when you go off and you do something different, but it doesn't seem to change anything. We all are teaching through the clarity of our own example, period. And the only example that you can ever effectively teach, your only example is your cause and effect. How you think is how you feel, and how you think and feel is what you get. Period. End of story. Nobody is doing it to you. Back to you. I'm currently rebuilding my life, and so I want to stay present with theirs. Oh, you're on the right track. Your power is in the now. Your point of power is right here and now. Your awareness of what you're causing is what matters most. So now, let's leave this for just a moment, and let's think about the emotional guidance scale. Think about it in its generalness for a moment. It's a list of emotions, all the way from feeling terrible, fear, and despair, all the way to feeling wonderful, knowing and love and empowerment, and all those emotions in between. What if you decided that you were going to get control of your now? You heard what we said here, and you decided that law of attraction is a real deal, and that cause and effect is everywhere. There's not a shred of evidence to the contrary of it. What if you decided that you were going to deliberately choose how you want to feel, and that would be your cause? I want to feel love. 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 I want to feel love, or I want to feel satisfied. I want to feel happy. I want to feel happy on my walk today. I want to feel happy as I observe my children. Not, I want to go on a walk where so-and-so will behave in a way that will cause me to feel better. You've decided you're going to start with your cause. I'm going to find an emotion that represents a vibration that will cause an effect that will be beneficial to me and to others. Everything that you want, no matter what it is, if you've been listening to us for any time at all, you've heard us say this so many times. Everything that anybody wants, whether it's a pile of money or a situation, a circumstance, an event, a relationship, a bodily condition, no matter what it is that you want it because you believe you will feel better in the having of it. Well, what if you finally get it here today, right here and now, as we're having this conversation, that wanting it because you think you will feel better is what takes you off in the weeds because you can't control all of that outside of you causation. You can't control your boyfriend's conversation or your children's lust for whatever has their attention right now. You cannot control that. And when you try, you fail every time. So when you get cause and effect all squared away and you start with the ultimate cause for you, which is the vibration and how you feel. Now, let's say it. My vibration causes an emotional response because my inner being exists only in love. And when I deviate from that, that causes discomfort. Because you see, it's a cycle, isn't it? I invited my friend to a football game. She said she would come. I liked that. Cause and effect. She said she was bringing 3 extra people. I responded to that by getting more food. Cause and effect. She didn't show up, and I felt disrespected. Cause and effect. I wrote a terrible text to which she responded negatively. Cause and effect. We could go on endlessly, couldn't we? Cause and effect, cause and effect. I feel this way because when I was little, this happened to me. Or I don't think my mother really ever understood me. Or there was a teacher in the 3rd grade that gave me a bad mark, and from then on I was extra hyper about this or that. Cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect. All outside of you, not helpful, except in helping you to discern what you want. But when you decide to no longer try to figure out why you feel the way you feel, but instead you decide that you're going to cause the way you want to feel, that you're going to be in charge of the way you feel. That's the power of the emotional scale. I choose, just like a buffet. Here's a buffet of emotions. There's passion. That would taste good, wouldn't it? There's jealousy. That would not taste very good. But if I'm not deliberately choosing from the emotional scale before I get out into the world where it's effect and cause and effect and cause and effect and cause, in other words, it's think and feel and 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 think and feel. But at some point, isn't it feel and think and feel and think and feel and think? When does that switch? Think and feel and 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 feel and think and feel and think and feel and think. You have to decide what's going to be your, in the power, in the now, where all of your power is, what is going to be the cause that causes an effect.